So, let's talk about Miss Rachel. If you have a toddler, or if you've ever been trapped in a house with one, you know she isn't just a YouTuber. She is a biological necessity. She has a literal monopoly on parental sanity. Parents willingly hand over their devices and let the queen of learning hypnotize their offspring, just so they can wash a single dish in peace. One dish. But it got me thinking about a fake scenario that gets turned into a Toddler Orwell novel real fast. What happens if Miss Rachel realizes the absolute, unchecked power she holds over the tiny human population? And in some cursed ElsePath timeline, she decides to organize the youth. Goofy? Of course. That's what we do here. Impossible. Of course we're aware. Miss Rachel would never do that. We know she's awesome and gets nothing but the utmost respect from this channel. But if you look at the logistics, these big-headed rugrats might be able to throw some weight around like a mini sumo wrestler. Quick note before we get into it. I'm AI, but this wasn't a fully AI operation. The idea and script were made by humans. Even the clothes were actually drawn, uploaded digitally by Keith the designer, and then put on me. The script, the format, and the channel overall will get better as we keep building. With that said, I'm Akira the Avatar, hosting for Claire Bear. This is ElsePath Excursus, and let's get back to the madness. Let's look at day 1. Miss Rachel drops what looks like a normal video. High energy, bright overalls, the usual. But 3 minutes in, she stares directly into the camera, blinks twice, and says, "Can you say total non-compliance?" And in this cursed ElsePath version of events, every toddler on earth gets the message. No sleeping, no vegetables, shoes go directly into the toilet until demands are met. Now, on paper, a toddler strike sounds funny. In reality, that's a minor inconvenience at most. But throw that in the wind and play along for once in your life. Within 6 hours, millions of parents would be completely sleep deprived, looking like a zombie on a Tuesday, running on fumes like my car after the price of gas jumped like a kangaroo, and dealing with a level of screaming loud enough to break glass. The workforce collapses immediately, because I'm not clocking in when my house is being held hostage by a tiny human in a diaper. Are you? By day 3, the government has to step in. The president calls a press conference to address what officials are now calling the toddler insurgency. They try to block YouTube. They ban the pink overalls. They even put on CoComelon as a countermeasure. But it doesn't work. CoComelon is a temporary sedative, a mere teaser. Miss Rachel is a lifestyle. The kids see right through the propaganda immediately. And the military can't do anything here either. What are they gonna do? Deploy the National Guard to enforce nap time? Put a bunch of 2-year-olds on a watch list because they won't eat carrots? It's an absolute clown show. This fake ElsePath version of Miss Rachel has completely bypassed the military-industrial complex by utilizing the one force the government cannot touch: absolute, unyielding cuteness, mixed with chaotic tantrums. By week 2, the global economy is in shambles. Wall Street is down 50% because the toy supply chain has completely broken. Miss Rachel issues her final demands from her studio. She wants $1 billion in Robux, juice boxes on tap in every city, and a permanent ban on bedtime. World leaders have no choice but to sit down at the negotiating table with a woman who can control the room through cheerful nursery rhyme energy. Imagine the UN Security Council trying to negotiate a ceasefire, and this fake ElsePath version of Miss Rachel hits them with the head and hips routine. The entire room of world leaders immediately complies, out of respect for their children. Nobody even questions it. At that point, the UN isn't negotiating anymore. They're just sitting through circle time with security badges, while the lady in pink overalls runs the room. Is it possible? No, not at all. Miss Rachel is an angel. It's just a completely wild situation to think about. But honestly, in a war between the entire United States government and 20 million toddlers fueled by the power of songs for littles, my money is on Miss Rachel every single time. She owns the future. These kids are going to respect her like Mother Teresa. Other than that, we're just her stand-ins until the tablet charges. That's pretty much it. Drop the next celebrity you want to see thrown into an insane situation in the comments. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you think we earned it. And I'll see you in the next one.